What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this very special installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and today we kick off our first of 4 videos that we're going to do to celebrate Power Month, as I deemed this week Power Week here on the channel. And we are going to talk about the very first episode of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Day of the Dumpster, starring Austin St. John, Twee Trang, David Yost, Amy Jo Johnson, Walter Jones, Paul Schreier, Jason Narvey, and David Fielding. What's going on, everybody? Welcome again to this very special installment of Renegades Reviews here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, as today is 30 years to the day that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers premiered on our television sets with the episode that I am going to be covering today, Day of the Dumpster. Now, I haven't been really celebrating Power Month, as it were, doing Ranger stuff all month, because as you guys know, I've been celebrating my girlfriend's birthday. But with today being the 30th anniversary of Day of the Dumpster, I figured today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, as we wrap up the month here, I would dub Power Week. And I'm going to discuss some of my all-time favorite episodes of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And what better way to kick it all off than with the episode that started it all, Day of the Dumpster. And as the episode begins, 2 astronauts explore the moon and they come across a space dumpster. When they open it, the evil sorceress Rita Repulsa and her minions Goldar, Squat, Babu, and Finster are set free from a 10,000-year captivity. Rita decides that she wants to conquer the nearest planet, which just happens to be planet Earth, and she rebuilds her palace on the moon. Back in the city of Angel Grove, California, 5 teenagers, Jason Lee Scott, Zach Taylor, Billy Cranston, Trini Kwan, and Kimberly Hart, are all hanging out at the Angel Grove Youth Center. The guys are working on karate, while the girls are practicing gymnastics. Farkas Bolkmeyer and Eugene Skulovich, or Bulk and Skull, come to the youth center to harass them, but they end up making fools of themselves in the end. The teens then sit down to some fruit shakes from Ernie's juice bar when Rita causes an earthquake. In the command center, which is located in a desert area, Zordon, the wise wizard who once battled Rita many years ago, tells his robotic assistant, Alpha 5, to find and teleport 5 teenagers to the command center to safeguard Earth from Rita's schemes. Jason, Zach, Billy, Trini, and Kimberly are then teleported to the command center. Zordon explains to them the situation and he declares them as the first Power Rangers, giving them belt-stored power morphers that serve as the key to accessing their power. They refuse to believe or trust him until Rita sends a team of her putty patrollers to attack them. The teens are soon overpowered by the putty's numbers, but Jason suggests using their morphers. They then instantly morph into the Power Rangers for the very first time. After Alpha 5 tells Zordon that the teens have morphed, Zordon has Alpha teleport the Rangers to Angel Grove, where Rita has sent down Goldar and another team of putty patrollers on the city's rooftops. Soon after, Rita uses her magic wand in order to make Goldar grow for a giant-sized attack on the city. In response to this, the Rangers summon the Dinozords for the first time and then form the Megazord. Following an evenly matched battle between Goldar and the Megazord, Jason summons the Megazord's Power Sword, but Goldar retreats before they can finish him off. Back at the command center, the teens are finally convinced that they can save the world from Rita's evil, and they decide to accept their new responsibilities as the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers under 3 conditions. Number 1, they must not use their power for personal gain. Number 2, they must not escalate a battle unless forced to do so. And number 3, they must keep their identities a secret from the public. Zordon then promises that he will be there in order to advise them whenever they need his wisdom and his guidance, as the debut episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comes to its close. Initially, when I first saw the Power Rangers, I was not impressed. I am 47 years old. I grew up in the 80s when there was a cartoon show called Voltron, which was what? 5 friends, 5 teenagers, black, pink, blue, green, and red, who all commanded a lion to come together to form one big robot as a team. What is the Power Rangers? 5 friends. Granted, we don't have a green yet. We have a yellow in its place. Colors are still the same though. Each one commands a different dinosaur instead of a lion that come together to form a giant robot. So at first, I was very, very upset that I felt like my childhood was being messed with. Here's a live action version of Voltron. When we got to the episode we'll be taking a look at tomorrow, Green with Evil, all that changed. Going back and then rewatching these in retrospect, the first 16 episodes kind of were what they were. This one I felt was a great origin story, one of the better episodes of that first 16. There were some episodes that were hits and there were some episodes that were misses. But this episode, after getting into the fandom, I really kind of appreciated a little bit more than I did when I first saw it. Because now I look at it as an homage to Voltron, as opposed to somebody trying to make fun of it like I thought when I was younger, back in 1993, where granted, I would have been 16 years old, 17 years old. Yeah, I would have been 17 because my birthday would have just happened. But in being a teenager and getting into the show, you kind of could relate to each of the Rangers because I was of their age. You know, granted, Power Rangers, I feel, was designed more for kids, 8, 9, 10, that type of range, 11, 12, as opposed to 16, 17, 18. But being 17 at the time that I got into the Rangers, I could relate to them. I was kind of shy and awkward in high school, like Billy. Not exactly nerdy, but kind of shy and awkward. I wasn't big into karate. I wasn't big into dance. I wasn't super outgoing. I had my niche of friends, but that was about it. And then the more you watched it, the more you wanted to be like some of these other Rangers. And again, we'll get into that more tomorrow when we do Green with Evil. But you wanted to be a leader like Jason. You wanted to have that charisma and that confidence that Zach did. You wanted to have that agility that Trini or Kimberly did. You wanted to have that intelligence that Billy did. And again, going back and watching some of these in retrospect, I was too hard on them when I was younger, flat out. When it comes to Day of the Dumpster, I am going to give Day of the Dumpster 4 out of 5 stars. Like I said, it's a great origin story, but the first 16 episodes were very hit and miss. 4 out of 5 stars for me, though, when it comes to Day of the Dumpster. What do you guys think of the premiere episode? First ever episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that aired 30 years ago today. Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you guys for in the comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here to the Casa D18 Studios channel for another special episode of Renegades Reviews, when we continue on with Power Week, and we will be taking a look at the 5-episode arc, Green with Evil, starring Austin St. John, Twee Train, David Yost, Amy Jo Johnson, Walter Jones, Jason David Frank, Paul Schreier, Jason Narvi, Richard Janelle, and David Fielding. You don't want to miss out on that. Right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel during Power Week, a part of Power Month, as we're going to take a look at the series of episodes that really solidified me into the Rangers fandom, Green with Evil. Again, you don't want to miss any of it, so make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, or anytime we go live, as is the case with Statboy Sports Bar, Open Mic Night, pay-per-view PLE watch-along coverage, etc. Share these videos with your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, movie fanatics, cinephiles in your life, fans of the Power Rangers, fans of Austin St. John or Amy Jo Johnson or Walter Jones or David Yost or Twee Train. May she rest in peace. Anybody you can think of that would enjoy this content in this video, share it with them, as it's the only way we're going to keep my visibility up in YouTube's algorithms now that we are in fact a monetized channel right here on the platform. Thank you once again to everybody out there who joined me and tuned in today. It means so much more to me than you guys will ever know. And until I'm back tomorrow with Green with Evil, in the words of Zordon, let the power protect you.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.